is space? No one really seems to know. Is it a social construct? Is it a horrible black void where the elder gods slumber until the day they awaken to devour us all? Or is it the place where the GPS satellites live, so you can cyberstalk your Uber Eats driver? Giordano Bruno, the 16th century philosopher and co-writer of the 1996 film Space Jam, was burned at the stake for suggesting that the stars were actually planets inhabited by spacemen. But until now, no one has thought to ask, were there space women on those planets? And if so, did they make 70 space cents to the space dollar of what their fellow spacemen made? When Donnie first asked me to investigate space, I knew I had the right background for the job. You see, as a child, my parents, the Lookout Mountain Von PopupCampers, had enrolled me in space camp. Unfortunately, I partied a little too hard with my Tamagotchi and flunked out after a week. And then when I got home, my parents had already rented out my bedroom to my obnoxious neighbor, Casey. But now, it got shot at redemption, because I am gonna be the first Von PopupCamper in space. And I'm gonna get Donnie the biggest scoop yet of Dippin' Dots if he'll go with me to Six Flags Over Georgia for Homeschool Alumni Day. Ever since mankind first gazed up at the stars and imagined the constellations by connecting the dots to draw crude images of women in various stages of undress for masturbation purposes, we have wondered aloud, auga, auga. Space was first planted in America by the Jesuits, who, fleeing persecution, brought it over on their nautical space bus and introduced it to the Native Americans at the first Thanksgiving. Later that year, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen solved the mystery of space camp. Neil deGrasse Tyson, an Olsen twin contemporary, was also there. I'm Traceeee Von PopupCamper IV, the senior correspondent with Chatt Tonight. I'm standing here outside of the historic Space School. I never finished space camp as a child, but it turns out that during a Dippin' Dots binge earlier this summer, I actually registered for space class. And my exam's in 30 minutes. Toodles! And just like that, I had my space license and I was ready to go to space. I made it, the first Von PopupCamper in space.
What? Traceeee, long time no see.
Yeah, I'm just here getting a scoop.
Oh, cool. Well, I just wanted to see if the paperwork went through yet.
What paperwork?
Your parents, they adopted me. I'm officially a Von PopupCamper now. Which, I guess, since I have your diploma from your childhood bedroom, that makes me the first journalist and me the first Von PopupCamper in space.
You wouldn't know a scoop if it ladled you in the butt and called you on Sunday.
That faux southern idiom doesn't mean anything.
You don't mean anything. I was supposed to be the first journalist Von PopupCamper in space. I'm the one who went to the DMV to get my space license. I trained my Tamagotchi for zero graph. This was supposed to be my big break for Donnie and for Chatt Tonight.
Who's Donnie?
How are you even breathing? There's no oxygen here. Could it be true? Could space really be so empty that it was even empty of interesting things for me to scoop? I just want to crawl into a hole somewhere. I wish Casey had never been born. Wait, that's it. Wormholes! Space babies. That terrible Interstellar movie. In conclusion, space is whatever you dream it can be. In my case, it's a star baby, who is also my neighbor, who is also my adopted brother or sister. I think we've all learned a little something about the dangers of space, where mankind was ne'er meant to tread. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to deliver this scoop to Donnie before the temporal paradox catches up to me, and our entire reality is shattered into a million little scoops, and none of you will have ever existed. Which should happen right about